TV, empowering lives.
I'm back again after a long time, about a month or 2 months. I've not been very active until I came through the Plug TV, because I just want to wait until I see the prophetic messages and the messages that I've been delivering to people, their culmination and the maturity of them. Now that I am back, and I'm happy to see you again. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to be with you. And your journey with me, do bless me. I want just to request you one thing. If you have not subscribed to this page, please subscribe. It is very important for you, so that any message, because from today henceforth, I'll be doing this daily, and sometimes 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a day, depending on the many things that will be coming, many things that God is going to be revealing to me, because I just only do what God has revealed to me. And because we have moved from one dimension to another dimension, we are no longer in the third dimension, we are in the 5th dimension. Now we are moving like lightning. Everything is moving like lightning, and everything is so wonderful. So I will urge you to subscribe to this page, like it, and also can you help us, please? Help us share the message to so many people. I think all the messages that I have spoken about have been a blessing to your life, a blessing to you, a blessing to your family, a blessing to your country, a blessing to whatever that happens around. I'm Apostle Ndora Warwenge, and the page you are on, it is Bethel Clouds TV. This is where I release my preachings from. When I am in Kiswahili, I'm in English, or rather I'm in French. I do all. Therefore, this is where I release my teachings. But when I want to go vernacular, because I'm a Kikuyu by birth, and I have no apology to make because of being a Kikuyu. I am a Kikuyu, Demoge Koyo, and I can't change that, because that is how I was born. If you say that I'm a tribalist, then God is the greatest tribalist to have created me, a Kikuyu. I'm proud of being a Kikuyu, and I will stand before I became a Kenyan, I was a Kikuyu. Before they gave me the birth certificate that said my name, which never told me or said that I belong to Kenya. It's only that it is a certificate that was printed by the government printer of Kenya. I became a Kenyan when I attained the age of having an identity card. That is the time I became a Kenyan. That's when they gave me an identity to become a Kenyan. Previously, I was Kikuyu, of a son of a woman and a son of a man. Therefore, after given the identity, I became a Kenyan. That is when I was 18 years. That is when I attained, and I became a Kenyan. After that, I was given a passport. That is now that I am identified as a property of this nation. I can travel anywhere in this world. That is not my argument. Now I know you are going to start saying many things, and because I know you are that kind of character of people that will want to say anything every time because you want to be seen writing or commenting on a YouTube page that is popular like this one. But anyway, I just forgive you, because that is the most important thing. This segment, we call it Mr. President. And then, Mr. President, I haven't spoken to you for some time, like about 2 or 3 months, because I just want to cool down, because you don't talk. Sometimes you talk and then you cool down. You talk, you cool down, talk, you cool down, because it is about information. My talking is not about anything beyond just talking to you from an information that has been delivered to by God, the God I believe in. The Almighty God, the God of all nations, the God of all people, animals, plants, everything, the God who created the earth and the heavens. So, Mr. President, I'm back on you today. First of all, I want to say, to be sympathetic with the loss of your friend, in quotes, your friends in quotes. Honorable Raila Odinga, the man you said utampeleka Bondo na hata jua venye utampeleka. I'm sure those are political utterances, and sometimes they are real, sometimes they are fake, sometimes they come to happen, sometimes they do not happen, depending on the interests or what is the persistence. Because politics is about, I am with you today, tomorrow I'm not with you. Mr. President, I'm coming in peace, not in pieces. I am coming with peace. Is it with peace, in peace, or on peace, or at peace, or whatever you want to call it? My teacher was Owino from Kisumu. He taught me English that was not very good or equal or the same as the English that I learned from Nyeri, where we say cha, che, chi, cho, chu for C. Mr. President, I know you're clever, I know you're smart, I know you know what you want. I know you know where you're headed to and your plans and what you want to do from here as you're going forward. But with the loss of the late Honorable former Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, who is now under 6 feet under, may his soul rest in peace. And may his spirit never come to torment Kenya. And may his powers, whichever, whether genuine good power, godly powers, or demonic powers, whatever kind of powers that he might have possessed, under the authority and the power given to me by God, as a prophet of God, as a high priest of this nation, his spirit, his soul, his powers, his activities shall never come to torment this country. I set Kenya free out of any bondage, any word, any spoken word, any hinted word, any imagined word, and any other thing that could have been created by a force and people who are for him, people who are against him, people who want to use his death now to perpetuate their agenda. May anything that may have been connected, might be connected with the riders, the rider that was living and the rider that is dead, his spirit or any other thing, I speak with authority. It shall never come to pass again. He has gone forever. And anything that he has gone with, let it be. But nobody and nobody will rise up again to come and tell us this was his wish. That was his wish, and the wishes are given to families, not to the nation. There are people who never believed in him, and there are people who believed in him. So you can never bring a wish of somebody into the minds of people. But when it comes to a family, he's a father. He was a father, and he's still a father. Then his wish can be imposed, superimposed to the family, because he's the owner of that family. Why am I saying this? Because I've seen shenanigans, and I've seen so many people rising up, issuing statements right from ODM, the family, UDA, and many other things. More especially the latest that came from Kahiga, who is a member, an active member of UDA, to whom you, Mr. President, you are the head of the UDA. That is your child. That is your person. That is somebody that belongs to your party. So whatever he said, I heard him say it is not in the position of anybody, or he's speaking for anybody, but as much as he is a governor elected under the bannership of UDA, he spoke from you, for you, because you are his leader. He never spoke anything for a community. He spoke because he's a governor, paid by the resources or the money from Kenyans. And this money might have come from Kisumu, from Nandi, from Garissa, the money that pays him, the money that takes care of him. So whenever this governor speaks, he speaks like as a governor of the county called Nyeri, and the Nyeri is part of the country called Kenya. So when he speaks as a governor elected, a governor who is sustained by the economy of this nation. So Governor Kahiga's sentiment, as much as he's distanced himself from any affiliation, but for me, because I'm a taxpayer, the employer of that governor, he spoke on your behalf. So every word that came from him are yours, Mr. President. Again, another governor from Homa Bay, this lady, Gladys Wanga. She is a governor. Whatever she was speaking, whatever she said, he said because she is a member of ODM and a governor of this nation. You, as the head of the Republic of Kenya, the President of the Republic of Kenya, this governor spoke on your behalf. So whatever that is happening in this country, it is on your behalf. I remember Sudi, the member of another constituency there in Eldoret, where you come from, Uasin Gishu. Sudi spoke about Wajaluo ni wajinga, Wajaluo ni kubafu, Wajaluo ni illiterate. This is a member of parliament who spoke as a member of parliament because that is a platform that he has. And on that matter, being a member of parliament, where you also is the president, you are the president of the Republic of Kenya, and these guys are paid, sustained, and serviced by the economy of this country, the resources from this country. He also spoke on your behalf. Mr. President, the day you learn to understand what is your role in this nation, you'll be happy man. Because whatever you're doing, whatever that is happening anywhere in the part of Kenya, if somebody dies in Garissa, in Mandera, where we have Al-Shabaab from another country taking over Mandera, anything that might happen in Mombasa, anything that might happen in Kisii, Migori, Baringo, wherever it is, the buck stops at you. You better learn to unite this nation rather than sponsoring or urging people to speak like they are speaking on your behalf because they want a piece of a cake that they want to get from you because they have heard your pockets are deep. Mr. President, it's all about your future, your tomorrow. How will people say about you 20 years to come? We always associate the development of this nation with Kibaki. If you go past Thika Road, go bypasses, you go to Eldoret, you go to Kisii, you go to Kisumu, you go to Mombasa. Every road that we are happy to be driving on is associated with Kibaki. Everybody says, Mzee Kibaki alifanya. Even you have heard you say, Kibaki did. And the development we have, you see, like a northern bypass, southern bypass, we have seen so many houses coming up because roads were built by Kibaki. We have the SGR from Mombasa all the way to Naivasha, where you and the Uhuru stopped. This was an initiative that was started by Kibaki. Look at the airport, which is done halfway. It was an initiative initiated by Kibaki. We always talk about Kibaki. We always talk about the peace, the tranquility, the success, the development. All these borders you are seeing, they came during the Kibaki time. That's the time the border came. And that's the time now you can see millions of young people are self-employed. They have something to be proud of because a president was there who initiated development without choosing which part of the country I need to develop. He developed Kisumu, he developed Kisii. We have a road all the way to Moyale. We have a road all the way to Garissa. Fresh, nice. We have a road all the way cutting from Kitui to Mombasa. Nice road. We have a road from a place called Chebilati through Ikonge to Kisii. That was Kibaki. There are roads in Bomet, roads in Kapenguria. Oh, this is Kibaki. We have a road all the way to Turkana, to Lodwar. Nice road from Kitale. This is Kibaki. My brother, William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya. You know that you are not doing well. You know you want to leave a legacy. Because you're a young person. You're not like Kibaki. You're a young person who we expected much. When Kikuyus were voting for you, they voted for you not because they loved you, not because you are a Kikuyu, not because you were special than any other people. They voted you because you had some good ideas. Kikuyus love a person that has an idea, because for them they want a clean atmosphere where they can be able to work, where can they be able to thrive, to do their business. They don't go for handouts. They are not like Kina Gladys Wanga, who we want to talk so that they can come to you to tell you, we are defending you. Kikuyus will never defend you. Kikuyus will always work with you when you are working to make their life better. Don't fight this tribe. Don't fight the Kikuyus. Kikuyus, you will never win a battle against them. You will never. They are people guarded by God. Just as a Kisii is guarded by God, just as a Luo is guarded by God, just like a Maasai is guarded by God, they are people who just go on their knees and they pray, and the results come. Don't fight them. Don't fight their sons. Don't fight their daughters. Don't fight their fathers, their mothers. Just let it be. If they are not supporting you for now, it's because the ideas you told them is not existing. They're not supporting you now. It is because might be you lied to them, and that is why they are not happy with you. They are not supporting Gachagua because of you or because they hate you. They are supporting Gachagua because Gachagua is speaking their language. They refuse to support Uhuru Kenyatta, their own son, for your sake. Because it is not about personalities with these Kikuyu people. It's about who is doing what and when and how. Please come back to them. They are not your enemies. They are your brothers. They loved you. Remember, when you came with an agreement with Uhuru Kenyatta, you had come from a polarized situation where Kikuyus and Kalenjins had fought, where people were displaced from their pieces of land, and until today, there are people who have never gone back to their land in Eldoret, in Molo, in Olondiani, in Orenguruon, in Kiringet, in all those places. There are so many people that have not gone. They are still IDPs, but they still voted for you. Mr. President, desist from this divisive politics. I saw someone saying that they want to be employed to be police so that when the Kikuyus will be demonstrating, they'll be given a gun to fight them. You are putting this country back to where it is not supposed to be. We have moved on. We don't want to be fighting. We don't want to be seeing blood being shed in this country. We have young people that we need to grow. We have an economy that we need to grow. We have people in this country that want to be successful. Kenyans are known all over the world. Watch at what is happening everywhere in Kenya. People are referring to Kenya. Madagascar referring to Kenya. India, Indonesia, and many other places. Because Kenya is a vocal, a powerful nation that when they decide to do things, they do. It is not about being tribal, making Luo fight the Kikuyus. Luos have never succeeded any step without Kikuyus around them. The moment, the nearest moment that Raila came to power, real power, the physical power, the administrative power, it is when he became a prime minister, courtesy of Kibaki. His father became deputy president or the vice president, courtesy of Kenyatta. But all this other long time, when he has gone along, he became number 2. Let me say this. I have a strong belief he won the election against you. But because of dynamics of the nature of what he was and what was following him, he could not ascend to power. Then he became, from the back door, he came and overthrew you. He became the de facto president. That notwithstanding, do not allow the likes of Wanga, the likes of Kahiga, the likes of any other person, the likes of Sudi, the likes of Duale, to rise up and polarize this nation for the sake of votes of the next general election. We need each other. We need a Luo to be in Nyeri. We need a Turkana to be in Meru. We need a Meru to be in Kisumu. We need a Kisii to be in Garissa. Just living without fear, without looking behind who is following you, because we all belong to this nation. And this nation was fought for by Mau Mau, by the people who surrendered their life, who gave their basics life, who surrendered. They were killed. Their blood was shed. Some went to prisons. Some were hanged. Some were shot. Some were poisoned, just to see this country become a free nation. Mr. President, do not stoop too low. Do not stoop too low. You are above this. You are an executive. You are an educated person. You are above this nonsense from Gladys Wanga and his team. Rise above this occasion. Build a nation. Even after you go, whether it's 1 term or 2 term, build a nation that a legacy will speak for you. Don't worry about the term. It is God who will decide whether you are 1 term or 2 term. It is not my vote. It is not somebody's vote. It is God who says when you are going to rule, when you are not going to rule. If I was asked before Uhuru Kenyatta came to power, if I was asked by anybody whether William Ruto can become the president, I would have been the first person to say Ruto will never and can never come to be the president. But somehow God had a different plan. He organized, he brought you together with Uhuru, and you swore to God that this nation will be peaceful. You swore to God and told God that never again the blood of a Kenyan will be shed because of politics. Now watch and see what is happening. During the Gen Z time, young people were killed. Police were killed. Kenyans were maimed. Properties were destroyed in the name of politics. You are the father of a nation. A father of the nation called Kenya. This is a nation that is crying, telling you, Father, do not shed any blood. Do not allow these things to happen around you. On the matter of the media bill, this is computers, they're calling computer misuse. It could be having some good things in it, but the timing of signing it into law was wrong, completely wrong. If indeed Raila was your friend, and as you insinuate to say that Raila was your friend, you don't put things when somebody is dead. That is our culture. That is not the time that you do many things. You put into law, you put into these, yet the flag is nusu muringoti, and that is the time you are signing into laws. Things that he was speaking, the things that he was against, those are the time you sign. Whether it was good or bad, the perception out here, it was bad. Maybe it was good, maybe it was for the benefit of this nation, for the benefit of our children, or our parents, or we as the parents. But whatever you did, it was wrong. You need to be told, and you need to have some strong people to tell you. Number 3, and the final one, Mr. President, would you mind please remove all these young people around you? Get older people who are strong and who have good intention for this nation. Do not just go for the Kikuyus or the Kalenjins or whoever, or the people you think are good or are of benefit to you or are your royalists. No. Get people who are royalists to the nation, not to you. The people who love this country, not to William Ruto. Get some good, just as what Kibaki did. And this is a secret that Kibaki did that many of us have never come to understand. What magic did Kibaki do? Magic went and called upon the professors, Kina Joe Wanjui, Matere Kereri, those people from Makerere University. They were not tribal. He went to Kisumu, he picked some member of Dalmas Otieno. Mombasa, he picked some people there. He picked people all over the nation. These are the elders that were able to help Kibaki achieve. These were selfless people. They worked day and night to make sure the legacy of this nation, not of Kibaki, the legacy of this nation. Just remove your friends from around you. These friends are the same people that Uhuru just decided to choose friends to be around him. They messed him up. And that is why you came out of that government and moved out. The friends just pushed him to go and befriend Raila Odinga at your expense. Right again, the same friends, similar friends like he did, you have chosen the friends, and the friends are messing you up. This is the most critical time for you. You don't need a friend, you need a patriot. You don't need a friend around you. You don't need a brother around you. You don't need a sister around you. You need a patriot, a person who loves Kenya. Put them together and you will see victory. People who want to see Kenya grow. People who want to see the economy of Kenya grow. People who want to see peace and tranquility being in possession. Avoid tribalism. I saw you brought Gideon Moi closer to you. And then you said you are talking to the nation. That you are not talking to the nation. You are talking to the Kalenjin world. That is tribalism. If Gachagua is meeting Kuyus or Merus or whatever, don't say it's tribalism. Or don't say it's patriotism. Whatever Gachagua is doing is what you are doing. Don't condemn somebody because of doing something that you are equally doing. Only that you are doing it under the flagship of your presidency. Mr. President, I wish you all, but if there is anything that you must avoid now, is handball. You are at the most critical time of your life. Avoid tribalism and fight it with vigor. Avoid anything that might split the party of ODM. If you love Raila Odinga, let ODM be. Build your party. Go beyond the party. Go far. Don't fight for your survival. Fight for the survival of this nation. This nation is important than you. If Raila was so important than Kenya, he will be leaving. But because God wanted to show us that he was not important than Kenya, he has gone. We will also go. Kibaki was here, he went. Kenyatta was here, went. And Kenya is still called Kenya. In a few days, you will never hear us talk about Raila. We'll be just doing commemorations. Number 3, what was witnessed at the airport, at Kasarani, at the parliament, in the pretext of mourning our icon. It was so dangerous for this nation. It exposed a lot of security influxes. Address it. Address it with vigor. Remove in your government the people whom you took there as friends and put in your government people who are interested in this nation. You have the intelligence system to be able to get such people. Surround yourself now with patriots, not tribal cocoons, not friends. May God help you for now. May God bless you. Kenya is one. Kenya is... I remember this thing that we had when I was in school during the Moi days. We used to have this Nyayo philosophy. And Nyayo philosophy was peace, love, and unity. It was proclaimed to every school-going child. Peace, love, and unity. May you have a philosophy, a good philosophy. Thank you, Mr. President.
Bethel Clouds TV.